All right, so I'm gonna do a building of the lines for the Detroit Red Wings on what I think the line should be. I just saw the players. I have not started building it yet, so we're literally doing it from scratch of what they have on Cap Friendly. So, welcome to Undrafted Hockey Fan. If you want to see more Red Wings videos, more NHL videos, hit like, hit subscribe, hit comment. Like I said, it helps with small channels like myself. I'm excited. I'm trying to shoot for 500 is my goal because that's the first things you can start to do with YouTube. So, but if you don't want to do that, that's all right. No worries. But anyway, any interactions really help. Appreciate it. All right, so let's jump right into the lines. So, first off, I'm gonna talk myself way through these because. And start making moves because this video will be so long if I talk through every move. So Raymond, I mean, Raymond is going up. I mean, he is not a scratch. So you have DeBrincat, Dylan Larkin, Raymond. Debatable on Raymond. I am going to keep him there just for a second as a placeholder, just while I kind of organize these real quick. So Valeno is definitely your fourth line. Rasmussen is going to be your third line winger. Dang, this is harder than I thought it was going to be already. Okay, so I think Christian Fischer is going to be your fourth. Or your scratch. I think Jonathan Berggren has made it to a point where he is a staple in this I almost said podcast. Almost a staple on this roster. Mind you, so one of the stipulations of building these lines, it has to be 23 people. And so one of the caveats and one of the more controversial things that I'm going to do right away which is going to make it a little bit harder. Oh yeah, no, actually it's be okay. So I'm going down here. I'm going to pick up a goalie. I am actually moving Alex Lyon up, and I want the Red Wings to carry 3 goalies. So this is my opinion is that they're all playing really well. And to me, Reimer and Lyon at the current stage of where goalies are getting hurt, like Vasilevsky, you just saw get hurt with the Lightning. I mean, Lyon would be a great pickup. Lyon and Reimer would be a great pickup for them. Fairly cheap for what Lightning can afford. And I don't think, and we saw last year with the goalie depth, that when it's going bad, it's going really bad, and you really need that goalie depth. And I don't think Reimer or Lyon will go through waivers at this point. So unless there's a trade, which would be weird if you sign a guy in the offseason and then trade him right away, it doesn't look good on a GM. So in my opinion, they should run 3 goalies until there's a definitive backup, right? Or run 3 goalies. I mean, honestly, you have so many guys that I think that it'd be fine. So, but now that we are 24 guys, so I am moving Jerry McIsaac down. My apologies. So this is the non-roster, so this is just the guys. So, but a lot of these guys, you can see all the non-roster guys, they're all just like rookies with ELCs that can be sent down. The little yellow thing or the green ones means they are waiver exempt, so they can be sent down. So most of these guys, actually, a lot of these guys were waived today. Actually, with that. So moving on. Okay, so now we're back to our 23. So I think I have everyone that I want to keep on the roster. Okay, so let's go with okay, so Raymond be first or second line, right? So this is I think the ideal line where I'd like to go, and I'd like to see it happen. And I think Raymond needs that little bit boost, but you also want performance out of these guys too. So in my opinion, I think Christian Fischer is going to be, again, he's going to be your backup. So I can see, actually, I kind of like these lines already. The one thing is I don't trust Fabry not getting hurt. I think that he is one of your guys that he's definitely going to get hurt. And I don't think Jonathan Berggren would be the best served on the 4th line. So I'm moving up here. I think Rasmussen can be, I think he's earned his way up to the 2nd line. I think that makes sense. Fabry can also swap in for JT Compher. And I actually would probably I think I move Compher up and Cop down. So this is where my thought is. So this is great depth right here with the center depth with Larkin, Compher, and Cop. I think Cop is more, in my opinion, defensive. Compher is more offensive, right? And I want to see that offensive dynamic with Perron. Oh, okay, I see. See, the problem is now, okay, so this is I'm just talking my way through these. So I like the, okay, so Okay, maybe this is it. Maybe I like this better. Okay, I could see. So this is my thought process. What I'm thinking is that I like to see a little bit of toughness on the lines, and right here, no direct toughness on the first line, right? Dylan Larkin, he can fight. You don't want him fighting, right? So that's where I look at either Perron or Rasmussen, right? And since Perron can play right or left wing, I think it may be better to move Perron up. So to give a little more grit, a little more in your faceness, right? And then now it gives Rasmussen, Comfort, and Raymond. So now you get Rasmussen playing that toughness, right? And then once you start, as you go down, you start to fizzle out a little bit. I think Fabry. So third line, you're not going to get that toughness. This would be more of like a shutdown, I think. Well, it's actually this would be a little more scoring too, because you have Berggren, you have Kopp, and you have Fabry. I just don't. I don't think Fabry. I mean, it's mean. It's mean to say, but I don't know if Fabry will stay healthy. But I do think you can move Christian or Daniel Sprong up here. Yeah, yeah. What about this? This looks good. Or you can swap these, right? Left wing. Nope. So I like this. I like this a lot, actually, right here. So I'm big on this. I like this first line a lot. Let me know what your thoughts are on this. Larkin, DeBrincat, Perron. That gives you your toughness, your goal scoring, and your playmaking. Good toughness, playmaking and goal scoring. Both those you're getting more production out of these two, and you're going to see a huge confidence boost out of Rasmussen, especially with 1 year left on as an RFA. He needs to be signed next year. You want to see what kind of production you have, and he might cost a little more, but if he's worth it, like sign him, right? And I think Berggren. I think even if you see some good chemistry with Berggren, he can move up and down the lineup too. He can move into Rasmussen's spot. Sprong can move up, and the depth is amazing. Fabry can move up. I like this. So so either one of these can be swapped, right? So Fabry or Sprong, in my opinion, you just move either one of those. Kopp looks good, a little more of a shutdown. Valeno he's gonna have to produce more as a center, but it's a little bit logjam here. So hopefully he can get his game started up. And I like the dynamic of Christian Fischer moving in whenever you need to, right? So if you have a stronger team that you need to move out Daniel Sprong, I'd say, and move in Christian Fischer. And you get some shutdown. Maybe we do this. Christian Fischer up. There you go. Yeah, look at that. It's a little bit of strength in this third line. And then you have strength in the fourth line with Klim Kostin. So in my opinion, you have Klim Kostin, Christian Fischer, Rasmussen, and Perron are like your tougher guys. And so now you have a tough guy in each line. This could work really well. So even moving out Sprong or Fischer would be your swap out. Sprong or Fischer would be your guys that move out of the lineup. Or Klim Kostin as well. So any of those three guys, pretty low paid, and they're really not future guys, right? Klim Kostin is, he'll be here for 2 years, which is good. But Sprong, we flip. Christian Fischer might be flipped at the deadline. Also, this is my opinion. I don't think the Red Wings are gonna make the playoffs, but if they do, it'd be cool. I mean, I'd love to see some games in the playoff, but I just don't see it happening because I just don't think they're good enough. I think Ottawa's a higher ceiling team, lower floor. So if they're on, they're on. So I could see them going far, but and then I think Buffalo is just so much better. I think they're just further. They have better draft. They had 2 first overall draft picks. I mean, Red Wings didn't have a top 3 lottery draft at all. So highest drafted was Raymond. Great pick, right? But you would like Stützle, right? But again, I do like Raymond. I think he's got a lot of potential too. So. Anywho, let's move it on to the top line defense. Okay, so Seider's going top. Seider's Wallman. You can't argue. You can argue. You can suck a dick. You can fuck you. This is your top line. By the way, not suck a dick. I'm just telling you, you can't. You can shut up. This is exactly what your top line's gonna be. Seider, Wallman. Okay, so and then I think, in my opinion. Okay, this is my controversial opinion, and I know it's not popular. I really want to scratch Spen Sherratt. I don't like Sherratt. I would move Sherratt honestly out. I think he's just a liability, and I would do Justin Hall and Gosh to spare, right? Or no, I would do more. I think I would do this. You're okay. Sorry, you do only Mata. So I want Hall. I think Hall would be your a good. He's a good. He has a little bit of offensive upside. But to me, I see him more as more of a defensive shutdown kind of guy. But I really don't want Sherratt in here. I think unfortunately, I hate this. Okay, I think this might be better. Okay, so the reason I'm so torn is Shane Gossberry. He's an offensive dynamo, total defensive liability, right? So you want to get him on a pair with someone who is also defensively capable, right? So like Oli Mata is a great defensive forward or defensive defenseman, and so that's where I'm like, okay, I really want Oli Mata and Gossesbear together, but I don't want. But Mata is really this most scratchable player because Wallman is playing phenomenal side, and they're never getting scratched, right? Petrie will have his days off, so I could see you moving Sherratt over and Mata in. That may be it. I think this may be actually better because I think that Jeff Petrie being scratch is more likely. He's just an older player. He just needs more rest. He's not. I mean, he's not Mark Giordano or anything, but I think that we're going to see the rotation of people being scratched would be only Mata and Jeff Petrie. I think that one makes the most sense because they're two of the cheap people that are not ELCs, people that are not on entry level contracts. They are the cheaper of the defensemen, as well as like it just kind of makes sense. And I mean, it'd be really cool if you. So, and what I'm trying to avoid is a Sherratt Hall. So, I think the Leafs had a ton of issues with Hall. I think he was a scapegoat. I don't think he was as bad as they say he was. I also don't think he's as good. I think they're correct in that he wasn't as good as we think he might be as Red Wings fans. But I do think that those two together would be treacherous. I just don't see it being a viable option. So that's what I'm also avoiding is they have to be on separate lines. So, I mean, and honestly, how you stack the lines, I mean, if it's, you had these two where it was Gossesbear and Hall on the third line and Mata and either, it doesn't matter how it's the second or third line, as long as the pairings matched properly, that's all that matters. So I think this makes the most sense. I think you're going to get a Petrie in scratch and you're going to get a Mata scratch. And I really like Mata too. That's the issue. But and mind you, there's going to be injuries too. I mean, there's going to be injuries as well. So you could run 6, right? So let's say Petrie gets injured or, Hall gets injured or someone gets injured. This is, what is this? Oh, that's kind of cool. So you're someone gonna get injured, so you're gonna have you have enough depth here, and you have 7 NHL defensemen, which is a nice thing. And if you have another injury, you can always call up Edvinsson or some other guy. But I think this makes the most sense. So I like this a lot. This is my starting lineup. This is my starting lineup. I like this a lot. I think for the first game though, we're moving Lucas Raymond up there. Yep. So for the starting lineup, you're going future. You do the future of the team, which we know is Lucas Raymond, Dylan Larkin, DeBrincat, Seider, Wallman, and you start Ville Husso. That is your opening day lineup. Call it here. I wrote it down. I didn't write it down. It's in a video right here. But anyways, this is what I'm thinking. I like this a lot. I think this makes sense. And I think you don't. Yeah, I like this. Yeah. So scratch. So let's go real quick over. The scratchables are Costin, Sprong, Fisher, maybe in Fabry to give him a little bit of break. I don't think he's going to play all 82 games, which is fine. Let him heal. I'd rather you scratch him a couple times so you can heal and stay healthy than get hurt and be out completely. Your scratchables on defense are Mata and Petrie. And then, of course, your backup, your Ville Husso is your starter. Your backup is going to be Ryan Lyon. So, again, taking that workload off Ville Husso and keeping Reimer and Lyon fresh, swapping them out, right? Rotate the 3 goalies until you can find the right rhythm. That just makes the most sense to me. So let me know what your thoughts are. Hit like, subscribe. I had fun doing this because I think it's something I haven't done before. I'm starting to get into lines, starting learning what guys play. And I get excited about it because I'm learning, right? It's a learning process. So if you have any thoughts or inputs on this, let me know what your thoughts are. Hit like, subscribe, and catch you soon. Love you. Bye.